Hello, second grade Smarties, and welcome to your fifth lesson for lesson number 2. So, we have been talking all week about how to solve word problems. We've talked about the different strategies we've used. We've read the story problem more than one time. We've circled or put lines under our parts and our wholes. And we have thought about if we are comparing or finding missing parts or holes in our problem. So we're going to go ahead and hop right in to this practice session. So you will do this along with me. So if you don't have your instruction book, go ahead and get this out for you. And today you will also have your math quiz. So please make sure that you check out Google Classroom for that, and we will get started. So let's look at number 1. It said Rick has 13 marbles. I'm going to put a line under 13. 4 marbles are blue. The rest are white. How many white marbles are there? I'm going to read it one more time. It says Rick has 13 marbles. So let's think. If he has 13 marbles all together, is that going to be our part or our whole? It's going to be our whole, right? So we know that Rick has 13 marbles altogether. 4 of those marbles are blue. The rest are white. How many white marbles are there? It says fill in the blanks, then circle the letter for all the equations that can be used to solve the problem. So 13 minus 4, well, I don't have 13 fingers, so I can't take away 13. We can't take away 4 from 13 on our fingers. So let's see if we can find an adding sentence that shows our part. There it is. We know that we had 4 blue marbles. Some were white. All together, we had 13. So we're going to count on. We're going to start at 4, count to 13. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many white marbles did we have? 13. All right, so I can circle that one because I was able to find our missing part. Let's look at C. It says 13 plus 4. Well, it has the 2 numbers that we had in our story, but I want you to think, why would this not be a correct equation? Because it's wanting us to add our whole in one of the parts. We should not be adding these 2 together because 13 plus 4 would make 17. 17 is bigger than our whole. Our whole was 13. And the part that we needed was 9. So using our fact family, we can fill in the missing parts for these 2 subtracting sentences. And so looking at these subtracting sentences, both of these have the same parts and whole, right? Which one could we have used to find the missing part? We could have used the top one, right? Both of these number sentences give us the same parts and the same whole, but A and D helped us find our missing part of 9. All right, let's move on to number 2. It says there are 5 cows in the barn. I'm going to underline 5. There are 8 fewer cows in the barn than in the field. Ooh, there's that word than. It tells me I'm comparing. So we need to figure out how many cows are in the field. And we are going to circle the correct answer. So if we are comparing, I'm going to draw a B for barn and an F for field. If we are comparing, that means we are going to draw the same number for both and then figure out what we need to take away or add. So we know there were 5 cows in the barn. So I'm going to draw 5 cows in the barn and 5 cows in the field because we know that there were at least 5 cows in the field. Now it says there are 8 fewer cows in the barn than in the field. So if there are 8 fewer in the barn, that means that there are 8 more in the field. So we are going to count on 8 more from 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many cows were in the field? 13, right? So I'm going to circle the letter D. Let's move on to number 3. I'm going to keep that there. All right. Jen has 9 markers. He has 5 more markers than pencils. How many pencils does Jen have? Ooh. It says circle yes or no to tell if each equation can be used to solve the problem. So Jen has markers and pencils, right? So I know that Jen has 9 markers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw 9 markers. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and I am comparing because I have that word than. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 9, but it's not going to stay this way because we know that he has 5 more markers than pencils. So if he has 5 more markers than pencils, that means he has 5 fewer pencils. So fewer means less, which also means I take away. So if he has 5 fewer, how many will I take away? I'm going to take 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to circle how many pencils he has. So we know that we started with 9 markers. We know that there were 5 more markers than there were pencils, right? So I knew that I was going to take away 5 to find how many pencils I have. So which number sentence would I use? I would use this first one, right? 9 minus 5 equals 4. What about number 2? It has 9 and 5, but what's wrong with this one? It's saying that 14 is our whole, but what was our whole? It was 9, right? So we know that we weren't adding 9 and 5. We were trying to find a missing part. Again, look at C. What is it saying our whole was? It's saying it was 14, like if you add 9 plus 5. So this is a no because he didn't have 14 markers. He only had 9. And 5 plus 4 equals 9. So if we knew that Jen had 5 markers and he had 4 more, he had 9 markers. We know that he had 5 more than he did pencils. We could use that addition sentence to find that missing part. So we can circle this, but we could solve it faster if we subtracted. All right, let's move on to number 4. It says there were 4 children on a rug. 4 children. More children joined them. Ooh, so that means if I'm getting more of something, am I adding or subtracting? I am adding. So I'm going to make a question mark because it doesn't tell us how many there are. Now there are 10 children on the rug. How many joined the first 4? So what was our whole? There were 4 children on a rug. More children joined them. Now there are 10. How many joined the first 4? What can we do to find this missing part? We can count on. So let's start at 4 and count to 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 6 children joined. Now, I see 14 right here. How do you think we could have got 14 with 4 and 10? If we didn't listen or read the story closely, we might have accidentally added 4 plus 10 to make 14, but our whole was what? It was 10. All right, let's look at number 5. It says, write a problem that can be solved using the tape diagram at the right. So we have our 2 parts and our whole. So what's an adding sentence that we could make with our 2 parts? We could do 8 plus 6? No, our 2 parts are under our whole. So we have 6 plus our missing part equals 8. I could also do my missing part plus 6 equals 8. And if I subtract, I start with my whole. So I could do 8 minus my part equals blank. And I could also do 8 minus my missing part with 6 left. So what can I do to find this missing part? Can count on, right? So I'm going to start where? I'm going to start at 6 and count to 8. All right, here we go. 6, 7, 8. What was our missing part? 2. So 6 plus 2 equals 8. 2 plus 6 equals 8. 8 minus 6, 2 left over. 8 minus 2 with 6 left over. All right, friends, we are going to skip question number 6. I hope you guys have built some knowledge about these word problems and the strategies we have used. Keep using that growth mindset. Good learners do hard things. Have a wonderful day and keep working hard. See you guys.